this beater head for a small Dirt Devil vacuum cleaner. Doesn't want to turn even though it's plugged into the shaft and getting power. So let's take it apart and see if we can figure this out. So before I started thinking about disassembling, I got most of the hair off the beater bar with a hemostat. Although you'll hear me call it a forceps, they're actually hemostats. I think that shield needs to come off first, but maybe not. That's not a lot of flex. But since the plastic breaks through the center of that, maybe we take the gray part off. That one's just stripping. Next up, screwdriver. Let's see if this one might do it. I'm not sure that one even fits. Yeah, it does fit.
Several tools later.
Woohoo! Japanese industrial standard instead of Phillips. That did it. Let's see if I can show this to you. Yep. Yep, that's cammed out. There's a stripped out screw. So let's see if we can get this. Let's see if we can get it apart. Okay. Oh, that might be part of it. Got a whole bunch of these fancy little tweezers. bent tipped ones might do the job of that's even better. Slide that out from underneath. These roller ends come off, and oh look, yeah, nasty clump of hair there. And this end's got a whole bunch of hair and threads wrapped around it. That's a good one. There we go, that's all of them. Put this back in the case so I don't forget it or lose it. The belt's a little bit loose, but it's a toothed drive belt. So I'm expecting it to have a little bit of grip. Oh yeah, that's turning a whole lot better. 18 volt DC motor. I don't know if you can see that. Right here it says DC 18V. It's an 18 volt motor. And there's this little capacitor across the contacts. I expect there's a AC to DC converter in the main vacuum to feed the 18 volts to this, and this little capacitor is just to even out the power signal. All right, let's put it together and see if I've got a replacement one. Okay, the shield has to go. Back it here, and then tilt it out of the way. Snap this together. And then start putting some of these screws back in. Wait a minute. So I don't strip any more of them out. I'm going to use the Japanese screwdriver. The JIS is different than Phillips. Phillips was developed in the early 1900s, and you could not create the dies for the screw heads that were absolutely parallel. you get the die in there, and when you pull the die out, it would pull the piece apart. So Phillips has like a 1 or 2 degree taper inside the heads, and Phillips screwdrivers match that, but it lets them cam out. JIS is a newer standard. The sides of the cross tip inside the screw head and on the screwdriver blades, they're absolutely parallel, so they don't cam out. Okay, so which one did I just do? That one and that one. All right, so the question is, which one do I think I can get away with leaving out? And I think the middle one. I want solid holding for the brush head and the motor. But I can also look through. Oh yeah, I felt that. I felt that close up right here as I put that in. Okay, and this is the screw that's worthless. I'm not sure what to do about that yet. Give me a second. I think I've got a candidate. I've got some screws here. It's a teeny bit longer, but I think this screw boss will accept it. Beautiful. Yep, that was it. The goo, the hair and string wrapped around the ends. And now that I've loosened it up, see if we can do a little more cleaning here. Yeah, the forceps and the tweezers, really useful for this. The JIS screwdrivers, I'll put some links to those down in the description. I count myself lucky. That stripped out screw could have been a death sentence for this project. Fortunately, we was able to figure out something that worked, and we got this fixed and working perfectly. I can only imagine to replace this is like 150 bucks. They don't make repair parts cheap. I don't know, maybe it's only 50 bucks, but instead we fixed it ourselves, and it's working the way it's supposed to. I'm Steve. Go have fun with your tools.
Minute.